Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I miss y'all. I'm in here really quickly because I got a lot of stuff going on, but I did want to give my commentary, my opinion about Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 3 Reunion Part 2. Now, let me tell you this. This is not going to follow the regular format of my reunion videos. I'm literally going off the dome because I got some very strong opinions about Maurice and Marceau's bald-headed asses. So let's go ahead and jump into it really quickly. Part 1, fashions, horrible. We don't need to elaborate. Y'all already know the hump, the feathers, the crimson mermaid. And then Mel, she actually looked nice, but the little thread. No, ma'am, the Atlanta girls would never. 2, Melanie did exactly what we think she did. And I'm not mad at it. But here's the thing. At first, I believed her. Okay, she didn't do anything. But when she said, well, I don't remember. You don't remember? Baby, you might as well say you did it and it was good. That's what you should have said since you and Martell like to be petty. Let's go ahead and move into part 2. I specifically want to talk about Maurice and Marceau, those goddamn Scott brothers. And let me tell you what got under my skin about them. What bothers me about Love and Marriage Huntsville is that it paints a picture of marriage that isn't true for everyone. And I don't think that needs to be said, but you all just follow me, right? So I never drank the Kimmy or Maurice Kool-Aid because my third eye pick up everything. It picks up my spidey senses, pick up all the bullshit. When that man stood up on, I don't know if it was season 1, season 2, where he said, I waited 8 years to marry her because I was waiting on the other shoe to drop. You, Maurice, you were waiting on the other shoe to drop. Meanwhile, you had sex with 6 women in one night, not caring about your goddamn health. You was waiting on the other shoe to drop, but yet supposedly your ex-wife cheated on you, supposedly, and you left your son up in Michigan to travel your bald-headed ass down and spread yourself thin around Huntsville, Atlanta, and Miami. Meanwhile, your son was in a different state. I could see you moving out the house if they cheated. I'm fine with that, and getting a divorce. I'm fine with that as well. That doesn't bother me. But you left your child to go slow around the Huntsville streets with your brothers? But you were waiting on the other shoe to drop? You can't even tell Kimmy about Monster Vaping, her stepson that lives in your house. You can't even be 100 with her about a property purchase. She thought it was going to be your next home when really it's an investment property. You couldn't even carve out time to go on a honeymoon with her, but yet you were waiting on the other shoe to drop. A shoe should have dropped on your bald-headed ass. You got the nerve to sit there and pass judgment as if you're some type of prize. But you lie all the time. You lie by omission. You and your brother and Martell, y'all keep secrets for one another. And it's without saying, Martell is of low moral value and character, but so are the Scott brothers. And this is what I will say. Y'all, if the camera's moving, my bad, my hand gets tired holding this. But this is what I will say. At least with Marceau, we know what type of book we reading. When you pick it up, it says 10 ways on how to be a fuckboy even while married. We already know what type of book you about to purchase. With Maurice, I won't say he's a wolf in sheep's clothing. But hell, if the shoe fits. What I will say is you pick up the book and it says 10 ways to practice self-care and be a better man for yourself and your community. Yeah. You open the book and you realize it's 10 ways on how to be a fuckboy and how to be secretive about it. You know what book you reading with Marceau. You don't know what you getting into with Maurice. And Kim, you sitting on that stage telling my son, well, Maurice wouldn't marry me if I would have took his last name. And let me tell you something, Kim, I'll be honest with you, you too good for that. This man I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. Excuse me? A man who spreads himself around Huntsville for no good reason while leaving your child with your ex-wife? And you're slurring around the streets of Huntsville, but you have a child you need to be taken care of? I could understand you moving out the home, but you moved out of the state and traveled all the way down south to Huntsville. Don't think that's lost on me. But a lot of people drink the Maurice and Kimmy Kool-Aid because they're intelligent or they speak well. And sometimes they make a little bit of common sense. Kimmy more than Maurice. I never drank the Kool-Aid. I could see bullshit from a mile away, and that relationship is bullshit. Kimmy is always kept in the dark about everything. He was so desperate for her to abandon her job because being a nurse isn't good enough. Having a 9-to-5 isn't good enough. But yet you hire people to work 9 to 5 for you. If I ever worked for someone who talked about people having a 9 to 5, I would resign that goddamn day, because you can run this entire company by yourself. So let's see you do it. So anyways, Marceau says he's met Ariane. Apparently she was at one of their guys trips in ATL. Maurice lies twice on stage and says he's never been around her. Twice. The first time, no, I've never been around her. The second time, I didn't go on the trip. And Tisha literally tilted her head like this because she knew you was lying, you was full of shit. But see, Tisha and Kimmy, y'all cover for y'all man. And that's what we won't do, especially how awfully they disrespect you too. No way I would cover for a Marceau or a Maurice or a Martell, okay? And see, when she got backstage, she said, Marceau, what Maurice talking about? He wasn't there. He was there. And you heard what Marceau's response was. Oh, I don't remember. Lying. Secretive. Those are not traits of monogamous husbands. It's not. And then Maurice set himself on stage. Well, I wouldn't leave because I want to be an influence. Let me tell you something. Martell brought his side chick down there so he could sleep with her. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know my dogs. Whatever it is that you was going to say to him or that you did say to him, it didn't matter. The decision was made when he was bold enough to bring her around and y'all didn't say nothing to him and y'all didn't leave. And then you got backstage and you admitted, well, I've been around them, but I didn't see them interact. And then you lied, right? And said, well, I told him that wasn't a good look. Well, why would you tell me if it wasn't a good look if you didn't see them interact? So what wasn't a good look about how they was interacting if you didn't see them interact, Maurice? So you got the right one. You got the right one, because Kimmy and Tisha don't ask and press y'all, because they rather have a piece of a man than no man at all, which is why any woman will wait 8 years for some man to marry her. And while making a comment on TV about waiting for the other shoe to drop. And let me get on you, Kimmy. All of y'all knew that Martell was cheating with Ariane. It wasn't a secret at some point. But then, see, I remember when y'all went to Vegas this season and you had the unmitigated gall and the ovarian fortitude to ask Melody when her and Martell were going to get back together. And then say, I miss us hanging. I miss y'all as a couple. What do you miss them being as a couple? This man was cheating on her left and right. Your brother-in-law had to go up to Chick-fil-A and calm everything down. What are you talking about? You miss them being a couple, as if it was a healthy and productive relationship. People are so selfish. They rather see you in misery just so they could come and drink a couple drinks and twerk, okay, on a Saturday night, or play spades. They don't give a damn about your marriage being healthy. Why would you want her back with Martell? No, this man literally had a back injury. He's crawled all the way upstairs to his Obama burner phone to call his side chick. That's the man you want her back with? Listen, I've told y'all before, Melody is not my favorite character. She is, Melody Holt, the character, is very difficult for me to digest. But if I were Melody, I wouldn't speak to any of y'all on this cast. You all were in on it, especially those Scott brothers. And then this whole conversation of men want to leave legacies, so women can't leave legacies? The people who bring life into the world, we can't leave legacies? Are you kidding me? How would that legacy begin if someone didn't birth it into the planet? How? That's not even possible. But you worry about a last name as if your last name hold weight. But once again, we already know what we get with Marceau. He's the same one that had all them boys on that pictures and didn't even include one girl. And Tisha and Kimmy, y'all ass sat there. I would have lit that place up. There wouldn't have been no grand opening. I wish that if I had children, if I had boys and girls, that my husband and his brothers would put the male children, say legacy, and leave the girl children out. Oh, baby, ain't no grand opening and grand closing. You got the right women. You got the right women you dealing with. Because it couldn't have been me. I would have took that microphone. I would have, baby, you had the right one. But like I said, with Marceau, at least you know what you're getting. With Maurice, he likes to pretend. Maurice loves to pretend. Wolf in sheep's clothing. And let me also say this. I'm not naive. I don't believe. Here's the thing. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. Either when Erin came down to that trip, she didn't come alone and she brought other entertainment with her, shall I say? Or either you all had separate entertainment. And that's why you lying about that trip, Maurice. Because I wonder, did Kimmy even know that you went on that trip? I just wonder. I don't know because, the reunion's edited, so we don't know if she knew or not. Let me get on the Whitlows. First of all, listen, I will say this. Tiffany, that's the best she's looked all season. Her makeup looked nice. She looked nice. But her and that dress from the plus size section of the Dillard's rack, and then you got Big Titty Lou looking like he shopped at the Big and Tall store or JC's Penney's on a sale rack. No, God, we're not here for that. This is what I will say. I agree with Kimmy. That whole comment about, take the shot, baby, we can get to moving furniture around here. We're not having that. But Kimmy, I got news for you. Maurice ain't doing nothing. He sat there the majority of the time with his lips sealed, with his eyes bucked, looking like a caffeine addict about the eyes. You do a lot of talking and Maurice doesn't, which, listen, that's fine, but he doesn't defend you when it's time to defend you. Just like when Tisha and Marceau and they were sitting around there making fun of you being a side chick, and he sat there sniggling and giggling with them. He got the right one. Couldn't have been me. Couldn't have been me. But let me tell you something. The Whitlows, this is what happens when you put on a persona for reality TV. Y'all was sitting on that stage looking like lost little lambs. Because guess what? All that BS y'all talk, that's not how you walk. And when Kimmy said, what did you mean by the shot? Here come Big Titty Lou. Oh, well, I'm just saying, period. There's no but. We apologize. Yeah, I know you apologize. So then don't get on there on a separate scene talking about you needed a shot to get the shit moving. No, sir. And then Tiffany, you didn't cause so much BS that you sitting there talking about, I wanted to jump off a cliff. First of all, let's not even do that. If you can talk your shit, you need to be able to stand by it. Let's stop this. Don't use these triggering words. Do not do it, because there are real people suffering with that. There are real people suffering with those type of ideations. And you sitting here, I could have jumped off the side of the cliff. No, you weren't going to jump nowhere. What you realize is that this persona you brought on here, one, is probably fake, and two, the audience didn't like it. Get over it. Do better next season if they bring you back, which I'm sure they will, because Carlos seems to enjoy Tiffany and Lou, right? But I don't feel sorry for Tiffany. Don't go on TV acting a fool. And see, Kimmy ironed you out when she said, weren't you fired from the Chambers of Commerce? And here's how I know it's true. Tiffany, who always popping up off the mouth, she gonna sit there and go, no. Oh, that's it? No. In the spirit of transparency, you did. You did. Okay, in the words of what's her name? What do I call that girl for rain? What's her name? Mia. You did. You did. You got your walking papers. And that's not nothing to celebrate. But I'm with Kimmy. You come on here wanting us to share all of our tea in business, but you not giving your tea. So if y'all come back, Whitlows, you better be ready for season 4. That cast, Kimmy and them, gonna air you out. So you might want to get ahead of it before they air you out. What else do I want to say? I don't know if I already said this, but I'm gonna say it again. I have always struggled with saying that Martell loved Melody, and now I can more aptly articulate myself. Martell doesn't know what love is. He wouldn't know what love is if it hit him upside the head. Martell don't even love his damn self, let alone Melody or Ariane. And also, Carlos, you saying that Ariane was a whole restaurant, baby, you putting 20 on 10. Let me say this. If he wanted to be with Ariane like monogamous, then he would be, and he's not. Martell is not the man that is going to be with any one woman. I wholeheartedly believe that he be sending Melody pictures of them wanting his family back because he lost his bag because he couldn't keep it in his pants. Ariane can't make the money that Melody helped him make. Melody can do it by herself. We see that. Martell can't do it by himself, and Ariane can't help him. But hey, that's what happens when that 20% is more important to you, boo. That's what it looks like. Did I miss anything else with them Scott brothers? I don't think I did, so that's it. You all tell me what you all thought. If I think anything, then it'll be edited. If I missed anything, I'll just edit it in. But I think that's all I have for now. So y'all let me know what y'all think about part 2. I will say that I was rather engaged with part 2, obviously. So, bravo. Y'all ain't got no excuse for these boring ass 4-part reunions. So if there's nothing else, I will see you all later. And yes, we will be reviewing Real Housewives of Miami. I'll see y'all later. Bye.